pick.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Negotiate.
800 bucks. 900. 850.
Close.
Are we doing it? It's a deal.
All right, score.
Flying across the field feeling like that guy did in 1937.
They're the masters of the art of picking.
That's the kind of stuff you dream about.
Most of the time.
I'm gonna give you $600. Nope.
American.
Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel that I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It's time to stand up in today's. American pickers Frank Fritz has died at the age of 60 after suffering a devastating stroke in 2022. Frank's longtime co-star and friend Mike Wolfe shared the heartbreaking news over Instagram on Tuesday, October 1. Mike, 60, began the post. It's with a broken heart that I share with all of you that Frank passed away last night. I've known Frank for more than half my life, and what you've seen on TV has always been what I have seen, a dreamer who was just as sensitive as he was funny. The same off-camera as he was on, Frank had a way of reaching the hearts of so many by just being himself. Who would have ever dreamed we would share the cockpit of a white cargo van in front of millions of people interested in our adventures? Before the show, we would take off together to places we never knew existed with no destination in mind and just the shared passion to discover something interesting and historic. Mike ended the tribute with, "We've been on countless trips and shared so many miles, and I feel blessed that I was there by his side when he took one last journey home. I love you, buddy, and will miss you so much. I know you're in a better place." CO Star Tributes. Frank's co-star Danielle Colby shared a series of photos to pay tribute. She wrote, "Frank, I will miss your ability to make everyone laugh, your love for talking tattoos, your epic collections, but what I will miss the most are those little glimpses of vulnerability from time to time. Frank, you loved your cat and your mama, and we bonded on those things. You will be missed for all of these reasons, and so many more. Rest in peace, Road Dog." Robbie Wolfe, who replaced Frank on American Pickers, shared, "It's with a heavy heart I'm sad to say my friend Frank Fritz has passed away last night. You all knew him from TV, but I knew him from traveling, fishing, and family. He was the godfather to my twin girls. His smile was contagious, and his laughter will be missed. Most of all, just time sitting in a fishing boat talking about life. I know you're in a better place. Love you, buddy. Hope you catch the big one. Until we see each other in heaven, hold the boat steady." Fans pay tribute. Fans reacted to the tragic news and shared kind words about the popular TV personality. "Mike, I am so sorry for your loss. Frank was such a big part of your life and became an important figure in American culture through your mutual efforts with the show," one fan wrote. Another said, "Oh man, hate to hear this so much. Really enjoyed getting to know him with you." A third wrote, "So sorry to hear this news, Mike. We definitely had some laughs together, and he'll be missed." Frank suffered a stroke in his Iowa home in July 2022 that left him in and out of the hospital and rehabilitation through the years. He has had various stints in the hospital, including pneumonia. Despite his medical setbacks, a source told the U.S. Sun that Frank was improving daily. "You're never 100% after a stroke, but he's fine. He's aware of what's going on," a friend of Frank's previously told the U.S. Sun in 2023. "If he were sitting here right now, you could sit and talk to him. He's the same old Frank." Frank was wheelchair-bound after suffering the stroke. "He can walk, but he's always going to need the wheelchair because he can't walk long distances," the pal shared. "Basically, you lose motion. He lost motion. A stroke can affect your left or your right side. It affected his right side." Conservatorship. The U.S. Sun reported a conservatorship was filed for Frank in August 2022, just weeks after the stroke. Midwest One Bank acted as Frank's conservator, while his close friend Chris Davis served as his guardian. Because of his stroke, Mr. Fritz's decision-making capacity is so impaired that he is unable to care for his own safety or to provide for necessities such as food, shelter, clothing, or medical care without which physical injury or illness may occur, documents obtained by the U.S. Sun read. Mr. Fritz's decision-making capacity is so impaired that he is unable to make, communicate, or carry out important decisions concerning his own financial affairs. Decisions must be made for Mr. Fritz's care and placement while he continues to recover and receive treatment for his injuries. The appointment of a guardian and conservator was deemed necessary to avoid immediate harm to him. The guardian's role is to help Frank with his Crohn's disease treatment, bring him to physical therapy, and help him shop for groceries and cook. Death rumors. Death rumors circulated online in August, claiming the former History Channel star had died. It's all a bunch of bull. Don't know where it came from, a source told the US Sun at the time. Frank has been good, been eating ice cream and watching the Olympics. Frank's final episode was in March 2020 when he exited the program to recover from his brutal back surgery that left him with 185 stitches and 2 rods in his spine. During his time off, Frank lost 65 pounds and was living a healthier lifestyle, including being sober from alcohol. He had been open about wanting to return to the series after his hiatus, but was officially let go in 2021, Mike confirmed. "I will miss Frank, just like all of you, and I pray for the very best and all good things for him on the next part of his journey," Mike said at the time. In 2023, a friend of Frank's spoke to the US Sun about what had transpired behind the scenes. "I wouldn't say he was fired. He came home after a stint and said, 'I think I'm going to be done for a while.' I think he had burnout. His back surgery was major," the insider said. Frank's friend also said that even though Frank and Mike were on the outs after Frank's back surgery, it didn't have to do with his departure from the show. They had arguments over stuff, disagreements, as anybody does in business. It's all business. Frank knows what business is like. Whatever decision came down, it came down. It wasn't that big of a deal, the insider said. Outside of business, their friendship is fine. They're fine. Their friendship is great today. They've known each other for 40 years. They're great friends. They're two professionals is what they are." Frank appeared on American Pickers from 2010 to 2020. Frank lived in his native Davenport, Iowa in a farmhouse. He owns the store Frank Fritz Finds, which his guardian helped run during his medical issues. The world of antique hunting and reality television is mourning the loss of one of its most beloved figures. Frank Fritz, the spirited co-star of History Channel's American Pickers, has passed away at the age of 60 following complications from a massive stroke he suffered in 2022. His former co-star and longtime friend, Mike Wolfe, confirmed the heartbreaking news in an emotional tribute, writing, "He was my brother. I will miss him so much." Fritz's death marks the tragic end of a years-long health struggle that began when he was found alone in his Iowa home after the stroke left him unable to call for help. Despite efforts to recover, Fritz faced an uphill battle compounded by other health issues, including Crohn's disease and alcoholism, which he had been open about in recent years. American Pickers star Mike Wolfe's restaurant has failed a fire and gas inspection after he dropped $28,630 to renovate the property. Mike, 60, transformed a former winery into a stunning outside area with a pergola, lights, fire pit, stage, and more in the small town of Columbia, Tennessee. The renovation is part of Mike's initiative to revamp the small town of Columbia, Tennessee, where he owns his bike shop Columbia Motor Alley and vacation rental 2 Lanes Guest House. The American Pickers star dropped $600,000 on the former wine bar in September 2022 and spent $28,630 on the renovation. But the US Sun can exclusively reveal Mike has failed inspections on the property. According to building records obtained by the US Sun, a permit was filed in August 2023 for a wood pergola. The permit read, "We will build structure according to plan. It will be placed on concrete footers. It is 22 feet 6 inches by 16 feet. The final fire inspection held on April 12, 2024, failed." The document read, "Provide manufacturer's installation information for hanging gas heaters in order to confirm distance to combustibles. Light sockets between pergola and building need light socket safety caps put in place of bulb." A second final fire inspection on September 16, 2024, also failed. The permit notes there are still revisions needed for the building inspection. The total cost for this specific permit is $17,730. A second permit was also taken out in November 2023 for Installation of 1-foot underground gas line for fire pit including risers, regulators, and necessary materials. Replacement of 3/4-foot gas line to 1-foot gas line to provide proper flow for future appliances. Fire pit and hanging heater installation. This permit set Mike back $4,400. A third permit was taken out in August 2023 for footers for planter walls and pergola. All of the inspections are unscheduled, and the construction is setting Mike back $6,500. As for the actual building, which remains untouched, Mike filed a permit to remove existing roof systems down to existing deck. Inspect and replace damaged or deteriorated decking. Supply and install tapered insulation to slope towards drain over R30 insulation. Supply and install .060 mil mechanically fastened TPO roof system, installed to meet manufacturer's specifications. Supply and install fabricated 24-gauge counterflashing, color to be selected from manufacturer's standard colors. Supply and install 1. Retrofit drain into existing piping. Supply a RSI 2-year workmanship warranty. Supply a 20-year NDL manufacturer's warranty. This will set Mike back $20,081 and all inspections are passed. Mike explained in the permit that the building currently has no tenant. He also revealed the business will not obtain a food permit and will not prepare and serve meals. A picker's rise to fame. Frank Fritz became a household name alongside Mike Wolfe when American Pickers premiered in 2010. The show followed the duo as they traveled across America in search of rare antiques, forgotten relics, and hidden treasures. With Fritz's sharp eye for motorcycles, vintage toys, and oddball collectibles, and Wolfe's knack for negotiation, the pair turned picking into a cultural phenomenon. Fritz's gruff exterior, quick wit, and undeniable charm made him a fan favorite. His chemistry with Wolfe was electric, and their friendly bickering became a staple of the show. But behind the scenes, tensions reportedly grew between the two, leading to Fritz's abrupt departure from the series in 2021. Health struggles and personal battles. In the years before his death, Fritz faced numerous challenges. He had been sober for years after struggling with alcohol addiction, but admitted in interviews that the pressures of fame and personal demons weighed heavily on him. His health took a drastic turn in July 2022 when he suffered a catastrophic stroke that left him hospitalized for months. A court later placed him under a conservatorship as he was unable to fully care for himself. Friends revealed that Fritz had been living in assisted care facilities, undergoing rehabilitation, but never fully regained his independence. Mike Wolfe's heartbreaking tribute. Mike Wolfe, who had a complicated relationship with Fritz in later years, shared a touching tribute on Instagram, posting a black and white photo of the two in their early picking days. "Frank, you are my brother, my partner, and my friend. We went through so much together, good times, hard times, but always with laughter. The world loved you because you were real, and I loved you because you were family. I will miss you every day." Fans flooded social media with memories of Fritz, recalling his humor, passion for collecting, and unforgettable moments on the show. Many expressed sadness over the fact that Fritz never got the chance to return to American Pickers or reconcile fully with Wolfe before his passing. A legacy left behind. Frank Fritz's impact on the world of. The U.S. Sun previously reported plans to turn the property into a restaurant. A source who worked on the construction claimed at the time, "It's going to be a restaurant. They're going to sell pizza, soda, that kind of stuff." Construction workers are building a stage for karaoke, a fire pit, and a pergola in front of the building. But the restaurant never opened, as those in the town could only speculate what the area would be used for. A town source claimed it used to be a vintage wine bar and lounge. They closed that down and Mike Wolfe bought it and built that. It's just sitting there. I don't know what they're doing with it. A second insider claimed the space currently acts as an outdoor seating area for the next-door restaurant Prime and Pint. The U.S. Sun previously revealed photos of the finished product of the outside area. The front of the restaurant has a wooden pergola with lights. There are gray pavers under the pergola with concrete for the rest of the space. The fire pit area also has pavers, as there is a brick bench for customers to sit around the fire. Some pavers are elevated to act as a stage for karaoke and performers. The outdoor area is lined with a black metal gate and brick planter boxes with shrubs, along with other greenery. Memories for years to come. Mike has posted updates on Instagram of the construction. He also posted in November 2023, "When I first came to Columbia, Tennessee 6 years ago, this building immediately caught my eye. Through all of the changes over the years, this little Esso service station has managed to weather the storm. So many of these places have been scraped from the earth, erasing such a big part of transportation history in America. I feel incredibly blessed to have had the opportunity to reimagine how this property could continue to serve the community. This outdoor space will create memories for years to come." This is the second inspection that failed in Mike's revamp of the small town of Columbia, Tennessee. Mike purchased a 3,166 square foot house for $700,000 on May 20th, 2022, which is 151 years old. The U.S. Sun obtained a building permit on the home filed in April 2024 for a remodel and repair of the tower and front porch. On July 8th, the home underwent an inspection by the City of Columbia. The inspection failed for framing and building, per the inspection record, which noted that new electrical wiring had been installed possibly outside of the proper procedure. Mike also needed at least one more rafter tie near the northwest corner.